Welcome to Neurotic News. Thank you so much for listening again. We're back as per every second Tuesday now. And I hope you're enjoying it and so on. And I'm here with Daniel William Rath.
That's what the government calls me.
Is that your real name?
Don't you think the further away from your nickname something gets, the more serious it is?
Yeah, the more in trouble you are.
Yeah. So like when I see my full name, I know it's like a letter from a debt collector.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, it's not someone going, Daniel William Rath, my friend.
Yeah, also, Rathy, we need to, you're meant to be in court.
Yeah. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, the judge doesn't go, Rathy, you were going 200 in a school zone again.
Yeah. It's a massacre.
Rath dog.
You've done a massacre, mate.
Rath dog, you drove into a building as a terrorist act.
Yeah.
I just feel like you could, it's within you to drive into like Vodafone or, people.
I think I would drive into a Vodafone cell tower. Just as a revenge attack.
Yeah.
For all the getting charged for data.
Which you did use.
Yeah. But still, it's not real.
Right.
Like data is not tangible.
Right.
So it should be free. Do you know what I mean? Because you can have infinity of it.
Right.
It's in space.
Yeah. So it's just like, what have you really done for me?
It's not an orange.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I get it. 50 cents.
Yeah. Just turn it on
I'll still
for me.
steal that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just turn it on for me, Vodafone, or I'll drive my Pajero into your cell phone tower.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people haven't done that, to be honest. Because, there's that whole 5G conspiracy.
Yeah.
They're out protesting under 5G towers while they're on the phone.
Yeah.
On 4G.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't started driving their vans that they sleep in near the beach.
Into the towers.
Into the towers.
Yeah.
Terrorist attacks on 5G towers.
Well, yeah, it's interesting with phones. I remember being on this work site and this guy, like an older dude, had a personalized ringtone for his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like that it was only for her. And it was the Darth Vader theme.
Oh.
So it's like, dun, 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 dun. And he's like, oh, it's the old fucking dragon.
Yeah, old ball and chain.
And it's like, my God. I couldn't work out if it was the best relationship ever or the worst.
Right, because it could be a funny gag.
Yeah.
You could be, oh, yeah, sweetheart, I got the Darth Vader fucking ringtone for you. Oh, yeah, I've got the fucking, the Hitler's.
Wagner's Flight of the Valkyries.
That Hitler endorsed.
Yeah. The music that they played when they went into Stalingrad. Storming
Stalingrad. And they're like, ha, ha, ha. Or it's like, yeah, no, I married the wrong person and it's drudgery every day, so I play dark music because it reminds me of my mistake.
Yeah. It's like living in a Death Star. And also, like, I like that it's like...
It's like living in a Death Star.
Yeah, I live in a Death Star.
I feel like the Death Star would be pretty premium.
It'd probably look like, the Virgin Lounge or something.
No, I mean,
no, I think it would.
It would be pretty, like, it doesn't look dilapidated.
It'd be like you'd get meals and there'd be coffees and stuff.
Yeah. People would be having a pretty good, pretty good time.
Yeah. But he probably lived in a caravan park.
Who?
The guy with the Darth Vader ringtone.
Oh.
Like, I'm just thinking, like, yeah.
You remember him, yeah. And he probally lived in a caravan park.
I think his heart exploded during a heat wave. He's on the back of a forklift. Because, like, I remember it was like Gary's perished or whatever. And
he died.
Yeah. But then it was a weird thing where he died, but no one acknowledged it.
Fucking hell, man. This story has gone crazy. So you're telling me someone you used to work with had a Darth Vader ringtone for his wife and he's...
But I don't know why that's tickling me, but I think if you worked in a corporate office, there'd be like just a moment of silence.
Right, but at the back of the warehouse or whatever, they're like...
There's no regulations.
Yeah, did you hear? Gary's heart exploded on the forklift, so yeah, we got someone new, it's Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't call an ambulance. They just left the body there.
Right.
Worked over him, around him.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
there's no time.
Mm.
These
Yeah.
shipping containers aren't going to unload themselves.
Right. Yeah. Keep moving. Gary's dead. They probably just got get his body.
I reckon they put it into an empty shipping container and just sent it back to Taiwan. Where his wife's family.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I see his wife was from Taiwan. Right. Well, you
That's
know, like
probably
middle-aged white men are really on the fence about
Taiwanese.
Yeah.
They're happy to annex it.
They're either married to one or they're cursing them for their driving.
Yeah, it's really but the Darth Vader ringtone, I think it's a problem because like what if he loses his phone at the caravan park and she calls it? She's like, I'll call it, and he's like, no.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Like if she doesn't know,
she discovers
the Darth Vader
because
that could end it all, right?
I think so.
If you're
she
like I've
didn't
been
know.
laughing.
Yeah,
about this.
yeah, because it's like it's obviously like, oh, you think that of me?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's over. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I was just saying you're a bit of a ball and chain, but I didn't, no, it's over, Gary. I'm going back to Taiwan.
That was funny just to go back.
Yeah, I'm going back to Taiwan.
He's like, fuck, I shouldn't have done it.
What happened, Gary? Why'd she leave? Oh, she heard the Darth Vader thing. Oh, I thought that was a bit of a joke you guys had. No, I just, ball and chain. That, I just thought you'd. Yeah, I just.
That's serious. She's gone.
Yeah, and then his heart explodes on a forklift. That's the full cycle.
That's what they call a death of despair.
Well, you know what I hate about Star Wars is there's too many aliens. Like, there's too many, man. For a racist, it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one day you're like, yeah, fuck the slug people. Oh, great. Now there's the flying ones. Okay, there's the green ones. Oh, there's the fucking little Yoda people. Oh, great. There's giant hairy ape people. Fuck me. Who do I hate today?
Choice paralysis.
Then an Asian dude runs into you in his car and it's like, mate, you're the least of my worries.
Yeah.
There's a liquid goo that has a consciousness that's taken our jobs.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It like the racism on planet Earth would just shrink down because there's just too much. It's like an arms race of races.
Yeah, there's too many races to hate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be like, and then let's deal with the different human ones.
No,
You'd be
you
like,
forget the human ones.
They'd be the least of your worries.
Yeah.
Especially the Star Wars cantina. You remember that scene?
Oh, yeah.
That's a racist nightmare. Just that was like an immigration hub in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Mos Eisley Spaceport.
It was like a bar on Christmas Island.
Yeah.
Just everyone chilling.
Yeah.
Like pina coladas and palm trees.
Yeah.
But that scene was, there's that scene where the guy picks a fight with him in the cantina.
Yeah. That guy fascinates me because he's the only human. Oh, he's got a friend who's got an ass for a face. Anyway, it sort of reminds me.
A lot of them look like they've got sleep apnea machines.
Yeah.
And you're like, is it an alien or a human with breathing problems?
Right, because they often have weird sleep
Masks
apnea.
and stuff.
Yeah. It's hard to tell because aliens might need sleep apnea masks as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
because they're morbidly obese, a lot of them.
Yeah, they are. All the aliens are fucking fat.
Like Jabba the Hutt's definitely needs machinery.
He's got
sleep.
scoliosis.
Yeah, he would need a machine and a team of doctors to sleep, I reckon.
Yeah, he's not well. He's drooling green goo. But yeah, and that's
so you're not going to be racist against Chinese people when you've got Jabba the Hutt.
Right.
An intergalactic slug.
Yeah, I think there's bigger fish to fry.
So it would cure racism.
It would cure racism, I reckon. You know that scene in the Star Wars cantina where the guy comes up to him and he goes, what does he say? He goes, hey, listen, I don't like you. He doesn't like you. You just watch yourself.
Yeah. I feel like I've had a punter at a Gold Coast gig say that to me.
Yeah.
Like in one of those taverns on the highway.
I'm pretty sure that's actually stuff that happens.
You go into the pokies room of the Jupiter's Casino and...
The Star Wars cantina does seem like a room inside Jupiter's Casino.
Yeah.
There's certainly some patrons that look like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, well, they look like all of them. There's people with tentacles coming out of their heads just from being addicted to the pokies and stuff, and they want to fight.
Yeah.
They will chop your arm off.
No, seriously, doing comedy at some of those taverns, they will go, we don't like you. He doesn't like you. You watch yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the promoters, you know, that weird creature.
Yeah, the promoter's like the guy next to Jabba the Hutt, the little one.
Yeah.
It's like laughing all the time, like taking cash out of your envelope.
Yeah, and Jabba the Hutt's just one of the patrons. She wants another rum and coke.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I feel like you should come on stage to the cantina theme, like dun 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 dun, dun at those Gold Coast ones
Yeah,
where you've
Gold
been
Coast.
threatened with violence just before.
Yeah, the Gold Coast Tavern. They're like, grabs you by the shoulder, watch yourself. And then it's like, dun, 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 and then you walk on stage. Anyway, good to be here.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
And the guys at the bar turn, ooh, like in
Yeah.
the Star Wars cantina.
All these aliens just pivot their little heads
Yeah.
to see what's happening.
Yoda's a dwarf.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Like
he's a baby
Technically, he'd,
boomer as well.
well, yeah, he's sitting in that swamp, probably worth $1 million. Won't change it though. You're living in a swamp, mate. This is prime real estate now. It's like, yeah, but I like my swamp. Me like my swamp.
Yeah, he'd be going to Aldi and shit
Hmm.
if he was a human.
Well, baby boomers treat the Aldi catalogue like the Quran.
Yeah. Coles is like the Bible.
Yeah, they treat it
Christian
like an
Hillsong.
exotic.
Off-Broadway Wahhabi Islam.
Yeah. Well, they just treat it like very sacrilegious. Like they treat it seriously.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like you don't fuck with a boomer's Aldi catalogue.
No, they fetishize the bargains.
Yeah.
Worship them.
Yeah, if you spill a drink on it, they're like, what the fuck? I go, you fuck my fucking Aldi catalogue.
Yeah, I was going to read that and peruse it and get excited about deals.
It's weird. You can probably buy a suicide vest at the Aldi.
Yeah. You could buy it. It self-detonates. It doesn't work all the time.
Get some watermelon and a suicide vest
Yeah.
and a scuba spear gun.
Yeah, it's really a paradise of bargains.
So I'm glad we got all that out of the way. But so how's your time been in Brisbane? You're staying with what? You're staying with your parents?
Yeah, well, that's how I know about the Aldi thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were saying that they really take Aldi seriously.
It's just something about it.
Yeah, it's a baby boomer thing. There should be you know what would fucking do well is a baby boomer festival.
Yeah, that'd be great. How would you advertise it?
In the Aldi catalogue, probably,
Yeah.
for one. And you just have, it'd just be a festival. You just go free, there's parking. That'd be the main, just like Boomer Festival, there's parking.
You can park.
You can park. There's parking.
Yeah.
You can park. Like that'd be the main thing.
Parks everywhere.
Yeah, and then there's obviously different speakers. There's a speaker talking about World War II. There's another exhibition where people mow lawns.
Yeah,
And-
that'd go off.
Yeah, and then you have a fashion show where just different middle-aged men walk out in different coloured polo shirts.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how it would be different to the Gimpy Muster.
Well, that is a middle-aged white man festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's on the cutting edge of, you know?
Yeah.
They're not going to have a virtual reality exhibit
No, I don't think
at
so.
the Gimpy Muster.
Because they wouldn't know how to use it. My dad can't use a phone.
Really?
Yeah, he's fucking hopeless. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know he doesn't text. I've been living with my dad.
Yeah, he doesn't text?
No, it's a fucking nightmare. You got to call him and do because he just doesn't understand that he's received a text or how to check it.
So a text is like TikTok to him.
Yeah, it's just another world.
Like he's like, wow, you can check him?
Mm-hmm.
It does feel like they view texts as like a weird account you've got to log in to have.
Yeah, it's like this complicated thing when they just don't understand you just got to check them. Like it's not a difficult...
They treat the phone like a free payphone. Like it's for calls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like you get calls on a block number, they're using a block number. Does your dad use a block number to call you?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. It's like
so you think it's a
private
debt
number.
collector, and it actually is in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, emotional debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm living with my dad and he wakes up every morning screaming.
Really?
Not literally, but that's what it feels like. Just because like he has no, like he can't relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's impossible for him to relax. He doesn't know how to do it. I've never seen him relax in his whole life. He's just constantly fucking in a state of terror.
So he won't unwind with a glass of Shiraz.
No. Too busy.
I
mean, he technically does those things, but it's still in a just fucking...
It is hard to relax, though.
It is hard to relax.
Like, there's no training module on how to do it. Like, do you ever just be like, am I relaxing enough?
How do you do nothing? It's a great question. It's actually hard to do.
Well, yeah, because like, I went to Thailand to relax, and it was good for a bit.
What happened?
Well, it was because...
What ruined it?
Well, like it was relaxing because everyone was bowing and bringing like coconut drinks and stuff.
Right.
So it created this like simulation of a world where I was getting respect kind of thing, like a training module.
So you're just saying that like the bowing and the service of the service industry there so polite, and the ritual of Thai people bowing made you feel like...
I was like, I can smoke weed here.
Because it wasn't triggering paranoia or fear.
Yeah, because like when I smoke weed and go to the Hoyt's Megaplex to go to a movie, and the clerk says like, is there anything else? I'm like, what do you mean?
Right. But if they did it bowing...
Yeah.
And were like overtly like, is there anything else? And they like bowed and you'd be like, oh, cool, there's no way I can misinterpret this.
Yeah.
This is definitely being nice.
Positive energy.
Right. So you're saying that there's just no room for any paranoid misinterpretation of social interactions when someone overtly bows.
When someone's explicitly bowing, it's hard to be like, that's fucking, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's not
it's
an
like, no, it means respect. Literally.
It's not like a passive aggressive. There's no room for your brain to misinterpret it.
It's not like, is that everything? And you're like, fuck. But yeah, so then the whole thing in Thailand was like that, like a simulation of like a world where you were respected by everyone.
Right. And that made you mega relaxed.
That relaxes you. But then there was this thing where, there's buffet and everything and you're just loving it. And then eventually, you spot another guy like that's there as well, and he's wearing like a Broncos jersey and he's bomb diving into the pool.
Right.
On his fifth martini.
Right.
And he comes up to you at the buffet and goes, how good's this? And the spell's immediately ruined.
Right. Yeah, you suddenly brought back to the real world.
You're like, oh, it's just a simulation. This guy's here too.
Yeah, this is a guy that I'd see back home.
He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt with him and his wife emblazoned on it.
Is that true?
Yeah, like a novelty shirt, but it's him and his wife emblazoned on like a Hawaiian shirt.
I guess that's the opposite of the Darth Vader theme.
Yeah, that's like, I'm on board with her.
Don't leave.
please.
Maybe that's the guy after the Darth Vader thing. He's like, now I got a shirt. I had to sort of do something to make up for the Darth Vader phone thing.
Oh, she's in Taiwan. Fuck. He went to Thailand accidentally. Now he's just on his fifth martini going, how good's this, mate? Like he's trying to get me in on, do you know what I mean?
Because he spotted another Aussie.
Yeah, he's like, we're from the same place. And I'm like, fuck. Like you want him. Do you know what it felt like if Neo was in the Matrix eating a pad thai and then Morpheus came up and was like, that's a simulation of a pad thai.
You're like, great, you just ruined the fantasy.
You'd be like, thanks, you cunt.
Thanks, Morpheus, you fuckhead. Morpheus would be an annoying fuckhead to know.
Well, that's what I was saying. This guy was like if Morpheus owned a scaffolding business in Parramatta.
Right. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So slightly
That's
different.
the form he took in this analogy. Yeah.
It's like if Morpheus morphed into an upwardly mobile concrete business contractor.
And he's bursting the simulation that way.
Yeah, he's like taking different forms. He's like, I'll bomb dive in a Broncos jersey into the infinity pool and fuck up that red nut simulation of respect.
The illusion of respect.
It was like, well, if you haven't seen The Matrix, it was like the Truman Show if one of the producers on the Truman Show came out and just told Jim Carrey that it was a G up.
Right, you're saying that the
resort.
The resort being the Truman Show and the guy coming out being like the fat guy in the jersey.
Yeah.
Coming out going like, guess what? It's all fake.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like for you.
It's just completely
the fantasy's
ruined.
The fantasy's over.
Thanks a lot.
Did you say you went to a nudist beach?
Yeah, I went.
This story I love.
It's a great beach. It's on prime real estate, and of course, because it's Australia, it says at the nudist beach, nudity strictly prohibited on the sign as you go in. But it's like everyone's.
That's
naked.
classic.
I'm fully dressed in like a rasher and.
Whenever I hear like when I'm at the swimming at a beach and the guy on the fucking megaphone is like, yeah, please make sure that you stay between the flags, mate. I'm like, oh, fucking, that is the most Australian shit. Having like regulations in the fucking while you're at the beach.
Yeah.
Let them drown.
I reckon more drownings, less noise pollution.
Yeah.
What about a silent beach?
You'll lose a few, but you'll get the luxury of a quiet beach.
Yeah.
In Brazil and that, they just let them drown.
They let the floating carcasses decorate the ocean front as like ornaments.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, must be a rip. 4 carcasses over there. But the beach is silent.
You can tell there's a rip because of the You can tell there's a rip because of the carcasses.
Yeah. They're not going to bury them.
Yeah.
They just kind of let them float out. I feel like that was the thing I realised with Australia and Thailand. Like Australia is basically like if the abstract concept of health and safety legislation became a country.
Right.
Like it declared sovereignty.
Yeah, it's like we are the country of health and safety.
It's like if health and safety was an idea that declared sovereignty on land.
Right. We are a pure health and safety state.
Even
We're
just,
like Nazi Germany, but instead of being obsessed with genocides of Jews and stuff, we're obsessed with just, nah, mate, you need your hard hat to go up that ladder.
Yeah.
And we're like the fascists of that.
Wear a helmet on a lime scooter. It's like that, Gestapo.
Yeah, I remember being in America and I arrived straight off the plane and I went to see a mate. He's like, just lime scooter over. I'm like, oh shit. And I put it on, no helmet, just going through the streets, just on the footpaths, everything. And I went past a cop and he was standing outside a synagogue and he had a machine gun.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, oh shit, and got off the Lime bike because I was so used to Australia. And then I realized that there'd been shootings at synagogues and he was just guarding it. Like he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there was this weird feeling of like, yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about you smoking weed and riding Lime bikes around without a helmet. They're not even going to try with that shit.
They're dealing with people just getting shot in the head.
Yeah, which is such a bigger deal.
Even meth heads in Australia are like, where's your helmet? I've had that.
Well, you remember that we used to joke about how during COVID you'd see meth heads wearing the mask.
No, they would. They'd have it around their neck, but still, like we're halfway there.
It was impressive, yeah. It's like...
But they'd be telling you to put your helmet on with this mask, but they'd take it down and be like, put your helmet on.
Yeah, I remember like dudes like that, like a dodgy car, and looked like meth heads in a car next to me saw me pick up my phone in the car. They're like, fucking, he tried to fucking...
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, fucking hell. Someone's had an accident with the car phone thing.
Yeah, but I feel like if all the signs in Australia, like all the plastic and materials required to create signs in Australia that say don't do that about everything, like that would be a bigger carbon footprint than the whole of Thailand.
Right. You're
which just allows everything.
Don't stand near a cliff. Don't walk your dog's not allowed to. Make sure you clean the 10 meters rule. Whether just all those.
Yeah,
signs.
Don't stand on the perimeter of the pool, even though what? Don't stand up this bit.
Yeah, some of them don't even make sense.
They don't make sense.
1 meter from the pool area. What?
Yeah.
For what?
Stay out of the jacuzzi. That probably makes sense a lot of the time. But the others are just frivolous a lot of the time. But it's just the materials required to create those signs.
Yeah, right. You think that's a way to reduce the carbon footprint if you just had less warning cliff for all the people that don't get how cliffs work. And we're just going, whoa, fuck, cliffs are dangerous. Put up a sign.
Yeah. Well, That was the thing at the nudist beach. I mean, it's a nudist beach, but there's a sign saying nudity is prohibited.
Right.
Like, that's so funny to me.
That is really bizarre.
I mean, I go fully clothed into the nudist beach.
How do people react to that?
I feel like you become the other.
Right, you're the weird one.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you're the naked dude at Grilled.
Right.
You're like, if you went in just naked, it's the same look you get going fully clothed.
I like how you made it about Grilled.
Yeah, like you just go in, you know, you just fully, and you're just like, yeah, I'll just get a zucchini chips.
They're like, can I help you, mate?
Yeah, we're just calling the police at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll make your order.
We'll make your order, mate, but if you could just wait around for the police to arrive because you aren't wearing any clothes.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Right.
Going like fully dressed. Like they're like, what? Like they were yelling at me and shit.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
So they were kind of pissed off.
So this naked dude was yelling at me because I destroyed his water filtration system.
Yeah, you told me about that. What the fuck?
He was filtrating water out of the ocean. Fucking probably a doomsday prepper too. You know, I feel like there'd be some overlap.
With nudist
Don't you
beaches
reckon?
and preppers.
Like naked, but also got sachets of soup
Right. In a
hidden
bunker.
his mullet. And he's just filtrating water, and I just went down a cliff and basically led to like a little avalanche and rocks and stuff just fucked up his whole system.
So let me try and get this straight. You're at a nudist beach, fully clothed.
Yeah.
And which has a sign that says nudity prohibited. And then everyone else is naked.
Yeah.
You're going down an embankment.
Yeah.
And there's a dude has set up a water filtration system. Because I remember you actually showed me a footage of it. You had a photo or something. And it's like bottles that are distilling the water, seawater.
Like a doomsday prepper kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's making the water pure and drinkable. And you've come down the embankment fully clothed and knocked it over. And he's come over naked and gone, what are you doing, mate, with his dick
with
out?
a micro penis, just yelling at me.
He had a micro penis.
And he's like, what are you fucking ruined the... Like he had that kind of vibe. I'm like, you've ruined the system.
Right.
You've ruined it. Like he had that like he was going to cry kind of vibe.
Right, but he had
outraged.
a micro penis.
Micro penis just flapping out.
Flapping?
Well...
You know, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like it was...
Yeah.
Not flapping.
Not flapping, but
nestled.
Like, you got it, yeah.
Into the scrotal. It was fuck. Like, I mean, I've never been yelled at by a dude that's naked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's weird. It's hilarious.
Well, I can't get quite past the confidence with the micro penis. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's, well, I guess it's like exposure therapy going to a nudist beach.
Yeah. Well, they're conquering their greatest fears.
Right. That's your theory with the, because you were saying that you thought there were a lot of micro penises nestled into the scrotal.
Well, this guy had a portable Bluetooth speaker and was blasting dubstep on the beach, and it was just driving me crazy.
Right.
But none of the nudists cared.
Well, you know my theory, which is that there's a lot of, I mean, look, this isn't my theory, but there's a lot of association with micro penises and loud noises. I just mean in traditional folklore, it's like, oh, loud bike, micro penis, loud car, run, run, run. No, he must have a micro penis. Yui boom, oh, fucking loud. You know, anyone who makes, put it this way, there's something human about someone going, you know, like that, you know, when that loud bike's like,
yeah.
And you're like, fucking cunt, like, fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, you must have a small dick. Like,
Yeah.
that's the reaction. And it's the same with the dude gets on the public transport with the Yui boom. And I just have this theory that maybe if there was a big enough Bluetooth speaker or loud car noise, that it would attract all the micro penises to one area like a moth to a light. Like it's the loud noise that they love.
Yeah.
And you could get all the micro penises in one area and bomb them.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know, I don't know.
Do a Nagasaki on it.
Yeah. I wonder if that's technically a type of genocide to remove micro penises from the gene pool.
Yeah. Micro penis genocide.
That sounds like a cool, like neo-punk band.
Yeah. Man, we're going to go see Micro Penis Genocide tonight. They're playing at the Trifford. You know, it does sound like a cool band.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But everyone was naked. And I think that there was one dude just fully clothed as well. Greek guy with a deck chair with like a shisha,
And you reckon he would just have
drinking a Red Bull.
normal penis?
Probably
by the
had a
sounds
horse
of it.
cock.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because he's
Yeah.
wearing tracksuits and shit.
Right. Yeah. Interesting theory.
He goes, so he's fishing as well with a shisha and a Red Bull.
Right. Definitely got a big penis. Then, yeah.
Fully Greek,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Very Greek.
That's the most Greek thing I've ever seen.
Mm.
Red Bull, shisha, and just fishing.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, been coming here for 20 years. It's a good beach. A lot of weirdos though.
Right.
So he's just like, he thinks they're all weirdos.
So he's just come to a nudist beach where everyone's nude every day he comes there, which he sounds like he frequents.
Yeah.
And he's going, fucking hell, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he just hasn't joined the dots that it's a nudist beach.
Yeah.
So he just thinks a lot of weirdos come to this area. He's like, yeah, fucking, it's a bit weird.
He's never heard of the idea of a nudist beach. He's like,
Right.
yeah, if everyone's naked
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah. Fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Just got their micro penises out. Willy nilly.
I got a horse cock myself.
Yeah, it's just funny the idea of someone going, yeah, fucking weirdos around here. Yeah. Just they come naked. Yeah. Strange. It's a strange thing to do.
Yeah,
But he still frequents the beach.
Still frequents.
But I
Yeah.
like the confidence of being fully clothed and smoking a shisha, drinking a Red Bull, and fishing in and around the nudists. Just like, yeah, fuck, these guys are weirdos. I'm normal.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Well, I feel like it'd be like if you went to Japan and you're like, there's so many Japanese people around in Tokyo.
Fuck, there's a lot of Japanese people
A lot
here.
of sushi bars here.
Anyway, fucking weird, yeah.
And you're just eating like a McDonald's burger. You're like,
Yeah.
There's a lot of sushi here, eh?
Just all
Tokyo?
Japanese people here.
You're just in the bustling metropolis of inner city Tokyo, just going, fuck, a lot of teriyaki joints around here.
Oh,
Like the
fuck.
burgers myself. But it reminds me of, you know, like when you'll see an article about pollution,
Right.
like, and they'll, to demonstrate it, they'll get a bird like a pelican and open up its stomach.
They remind you of that. I see what you're
Or
saying.
just fishing and stuff.
Oh, right. I see. Trying to segue that way.
Yeah. It's a brutal segue.
Yeah, it's a brutal segue. So let me get this
Jolting
straight.
left turn.
Yeah, you're talking about these photos where
Yeah.
they cut open a bird like a pelican, and you see the contents of that stomach, and it's all plastic stuff.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
like straws and AA batteries and like a pink cigarette lighter. Just all. It
Yeah.
looks like their appendix looks like the sack on a vacuum cleaner after you've hoovered up like a cinema. After a busy day, like after Napoleon comes out or Oppenheimer, and it's just, you know,
Right.
full of
Right, horrible,
junk.
unbelievable,
Styrofoam cups with Coke logos on them. Just,
Yeah.
it's like you just emptied the sack.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
it's not. It's terrible. Yeah,
And but they always go, this is how bad pollution is. There's a pelican
Right.
with its stomach filled with this garbage. But I feel like pollution is bad, but what if the other pelican's like, yeah, but he's a weird cunt.
right. So that's Trevor. He just eats plastic shit. We told him not to.
We've told him about the Atlantic salmon here. There's a full fresh supply. He actually goes out of his way to the floating island of trash.
Right.
Like he travels. He thinks it's a restaurant.
It's like that TikTok fad where they eat dishwasher tablets.
Yeah.
It's like if an alien came down and was like, "Oh, you guys eat dishwasher? Oh, they're fucking weirdos." We open their stomachs, it's all dishwashing tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're eating poison. It's strange.
It's like, no, that's
No.
Tony.
That's Tony. He's an influencer. He had a dishwashing tablet to get likes. He's scum. Hopefully, he
Yeah.
fucking gets his head crushed.
Well, if
Sorry.
he's getting an autopsy, so he's hopefully perished.
Yeah.
Or he's alive and it's suffering. Yeah, like for the aliens to draw conclusions off the back of that
Right.
would be inappropriate. So there's all these pelicans being tarnished with this brush.
Right. I see what you mean.
Like
yeah.
pollution is bad, but it's not causing that pelican to have that stomach.
You're saying in your theory.
Well, yeah,
that-
I think it
yeah.
likes the taste at a certain point of cigarette lighters and stuff.
Right,
you know? Like
right,
it must be
right.
like, fuck, this is good.
Yeah.
Like its brain must have been wired wrong.
Right. So you're saying that these environmental photos could be just eccentric birds
Yeah.
that are interested in eating plastic
Yeah.
instead of, eating fish or whatever.
Yeah. Eccentric's the word. Like that weird philosophy professor. That's wearing a pink suit.
Mm. Right. Yeah. It's like a weird eccentric. Yeah. I see with the floral scarf and all that. It's like, oh, he's a weird one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pollution is bad though. It is.
Yeah, it is bad. Yeah, no, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at your description of the pollution being like vacuuming up a cinema floor. I found that quite amusing.
In the appendix, yeah.
In the appendix.
It does. It looks like the Bird's a vacuum cleaner that they've used, like a new Pelican vacuum cleaner. And they're like, this is what it can do. Like it's an infomercial. Cut open its stomach. See? It's hoovered up the whole floor. The dendy's clean and ready for the next session. Like that's
oh my God.
the vibe that it gives.
That's the funniest take on that horrible thing that I've ever heard.
That it's a new infomercial for a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Use its beak as a hoover. Suction cap. For ornithologists who want clean rooms.
Oh, fuck.
Bird watchers.
Oh, fuck. On that note, I guess we call it a wrap. Chicka chicka.
Unless you wanted to talk about the gig economy.
Oh, well, what would it be without the gig economy segment?
Yeah.
We've decided to make it a segment where we just, because we have a bit about the gig economy every episode. So we've got more bits about the gig economy. Do you want to do
it was sort of
honors?
a new app called Uber Ass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's where you sublet your ass out to the public.
Fuck, I'm glad we
And then
didn't finish the episode before we got this out.
and then other guys can park their dick in your ass for like 30 seconds or a minute.
Right.
And
So
yeah.
like Grindr.
Yeah, exactly. So it's already taken.
Okay.
That's the problem with these ideas. You think of them.
And someone's already jumped at the hole in the market. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is no. That's the thing. It's such a fast-paced ecosystem.
It is, yeah.
So you go on Shark Tank, you're like Uber Ass, and they're like, Grindr, dickhead.
Right. It's already, it's moved quickly.
Yeah, you're like, fuck.
People are already getting their ass.
I've already got the logo and everything.
And they've leased out the ass 30 seconds. It's already happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, you had another idea about
Well, just how brutal the gig economy is and how how animals evolve because of environmental pressures.
right.
Like their beak will be longer because it's cold or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Like
that
where
that's
this
an
is going.
example. But it wouldn't be exactly like that, but it'd be similar. Like they're colourful because of the climate or whatever.
Yeah.
I think because we've got Neanderthal human and they talk about the Ubermensch, I reckon it'll be more like an Uber Eats kind of human.
Right. So you're saying that in the future it's possible they're like evolve into be half human, half moped.
Yeah. The baby comes out with an Uber Eats backpack strapped to its back, like a cube on its back already strapped to it.
This is horrible. Yeah.
Just pops out of the womb and delivers
Just
a
going.
panini.
Delivered at 6:30, delivering at 7.
Yeah. Julio was delivered at 6:30, delivered his first panini at 7. Full refund.
Fuck, I'm glad we stuck around for that.
Yeah.
I was worried we were going to end the episode before that
Yeah.
got out. But that's the Uber Eats segment. The gig economy segment for this week. We'd like to thank you for listening very much. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you the next Tuesday, second Tuesday, whatever the fuck it is. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sackler.
Thanks, Sackler. You hooked me up, dude.